Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi. Welcome to Friday Power Flow. Today, by request, I am going to teach a class using mostly Sanskrit. I'll still use English, but I'm going to cue a lot of the poses, or hopefully all of the poses, using Sanskrit. So let's get started right away in Adho Mukha Svanasana, which is just your downward dog. Come into your Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So I use Sanskrit a lot when I teach, usually, but I'm going to try to use it a little bit more today. Like I said, by request. So go ahead and set up your, one more time, Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward dog. Or you can come into your child's pose, Balasana. Set your hands and set your feet. Set your gaze or close your eyes. Take a good, deep, full breath in. And a long breath out. So maybe add a little bit of movement here. Maybe this is a really nice opportunity for you to take a couple breaths and just settle into stillness if you've been on the go a lot already today. And Sanskrit is, some people will say Sanskrit is the language of yoga. And so we're going to practice yoga today. We'll practice using the Sanskrit names for the poses as well. Sometimes it's nice to hear this a little more than usual. Like just something a little bit different. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Take another big inhale here. And as you exhale, step or jump to the front of your mat. Come on into your flat back, your halfway lift. And we'll take a couple of breaths here. So some teachers might call this Ardha Uttanasana. Uttanasana being the forward fold and Ardha being half. So you're halfway in a forward fold. And I've also heard teachers cue it as simply Trini, the number 3 in Sanskrit, because this is the third pose in a sun salutation. So a couple of different options. Right, the best option in this pose, take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Lengthening through your spine, soften your toes, lift your heart, take another big inhale. And as you exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Ground through your feet. And rise to stand. Come on up. Hands reach high, heart lifts. A big inhale at the top. Hands to your heart, exhale. Set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Tadasana, mountain pose. Samastitihi. The beginning of our practice, a call to attention. An invitation to bring your attention right here, right now. And maybe you set your intention. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Inhale, sweep your hands high, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Uttanasana. Flat back, halfway lift, Trini. Hands to your mat, step back, Chaturanga. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lowering halfway down, pausing here. You can drop your knees or come all the way down. Inhaling, upward facing dog, a couple of breaths, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and exhaling back to your downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. Adho is downward, Mukha is facing. Right, Svanasana, dog, downward facing dog. Take another big inhale here. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, all the way up to stand, Utthita Tadasana. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga, step or jump back. Inhale, upward dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So don't say the Sanskrit. It's just because I can't get the words out fast enough in the flow. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale here. exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to stand, rise and reach, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, high push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. And while you move through your practice, you can practice your Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi means victorious or triumphant. Right, really cultivating an intentional breath. So even if Ujjayi breath doesn't work or you're not familiar with it, don't worry about it. Feel your breath, feel your body. If you don't know Sanskrit, if you don't know the Sanskrit names for the pose, don't worry about it. Right? Just, there's always things that we can learn, always ways that we can add to our practice. And so much of the practice is simply being open to this. Take another big breath in here. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Uttanasana, inhale, rise to stand, lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. You can step or jump back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Step your right foot forward. Spin your back foot flat. Reach your hands high or work with your hands at your heart. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Come on up, set your feet, set your gaze, your drishti. Choose your focus here. Choose to focus on where you are and what you're doing. And if you're not familiar with the Sanskrit, don't let it throw you off, right? You still know the poses. Take another big inhale here. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale here. Exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Everyone knows this one, right? Utkatasana. Chair pose, fierce pose. Some teachers call it lightning bolt or thunderbolt because your body is in the shape of a lightning bolt. Sit down, sit back, feet together or apart. Heart high. Take a big inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, step or jump back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Virabhadrasana, warrior one. Rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana, rise up. Exhale, hands back down. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot again. Virabhadrasana, rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps. Virabhadrasana, rise up. Exhale, hands back down. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. I almost tripped up on that one. Take a big breath in. A long breath out. A big inhale. And a long exhale. Another deep breath in here. Exhale, walk or jump forward. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Sit low, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, exhale, Adho Mukha. Right foot steps, Virabhadrasana 1. Rise up. Now, Virabhadrasana 2. Open out. And I suppose you could say Virabhadrasana Dvi, right? 2, Dvi. The second 2 in Sanskrit. Track your front knee over your front ankle. Soften your shoulders, lengthen through your arms, lengthen and strengthen through your back leg. Now spin your palms to the sky and take your right hand high. Reverse your Virabhadrasana. Reach up and go back. Take a big inhale. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps. Virabhadrasana 1. Virabhadrasana 2, Dwi. Lengthening your stance, lengthen your breath. Let your spine be long. Let yourself be really tall here, even as you bend your front knee and drop your hips. Spin your palms to the sky. Now reverse your Virabhadrasana. Stay long through your back leg. Find a place for your backhand that works. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. A big breath in and a long breath out. And if you want to add in Balasana, child's pose, at any point, absolutely. You can do that. Same with variations. Take another deep inhale here. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Utkatasana. Inhale, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, Virabhadrasana. Eka, that's 1. Virabhadrasana Dwi. 2, reverse your warrior. I don't know how to say that in Sanskrit. Now, Parsva Konasana. Side angle, right elbow to your right thigh. And your left arm reaches up to the sky. Parsva Konasana. Deep bend in your front knee. Long and strong through your back leg. You can keep your right elbow on your right thigh, or you can slide your right hand down inside, maybe outside the front foot. I believe Parsva is side, Kona is angle. So side angle pose. Now take your top arm and extend it forward. I call this Uttita, Parsva Konasana, extended. Lengthening through your left side body. Especially as you take that top arm forward, you can feel your fingers, the tips of your fingers. Feel the baby toe side of your back foot connected down. So you're really long through your whole left side. A big breath in and a long breath out. And reach your top arm back up. Wrap it around behind your back, coming into your half bind or your full bind. And I call this Baddha Parsva Konasana. Actually, I don't really call it Baddha Parsva Konasana, but if you're looking for the Sanskrit, Baddha is bound. Usually I just call this another variation of Parsva Konasana. A half bind, you could say Ardha Baddha, half bound Parsva Konasana. And if all of this Sanskrit is really getting you in your head, come back into your body. Ground through your feet. Feel your breath. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. Reach your top arm back up as you exhale. Hands to your mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha. Inhale, come on forward to your high plank. Right hand under your right shoulder, Vashisthasana. Heels spin to your right, your side plank. Lengthen from the crown of your head out through your heels. If you want to lift that top foot or take a tree on its side, go for it. Play around with it. Vashisthasana. Lengthening and lifting, grounded so you can lift up. A big inhale. Left hand comes down lightly. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Virabhadrasana. Rise up. Open out. Virabhadrasana. 2. Reverse your warrior. Now, Parsva Konasana. Side angle. Left elbow on your left thigh, and your right arm reaches up for the sky. Check in with your breath. Check in with your focus, your drishti. It's a big piece of your focus. If your eyes wander, your mind tends to wander. For some, it works to set your gaze. For others, it works to close your eyes. And then you can really focus on where you are and what you're doing. Now your bottom hand can slide down here. You can also keep it on your left knee. Notice if you start to hang out with your toes, soften a bit. You take your top arm and extend it forward, lengthening. Uttita, Parsva Konasana. Keep the bend in your front knee. Ujjayi breath if that's what you're working with. Otherwise, intentional breath, full body breath, a big breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. Reach your top arm back up. Now come on into your half bind, Ardha Baddha Parsva Konasana, or your full bind, Baddha Konasana. And have some fun with it. Have some fun with the pose, with the practice. Have some fun with the Sanskrit, with learning. Have some fun with learning. We're learning about ourselves, our body, what we can do. Right? This is a good thing. We can enjoy this. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale, reach your top arm back up. As you exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Step back to your high push-up and pause. Now, Vashisthasana. Side plank on the left. Left hand down, heels to your left. Stack or stagger your feet. Watch out for tucking your chin into your chest. Get really long, get really tall. And I've heard that this pose is named after a sage, Vasistha. I think that's it, but I'm not positive. Right? So I don't know everything about Sanskrit. I certainly don't know everything about yoga. You can explore all of this on and off your mat for yourself. You can take a different variation if you like. Really lift up a big inhale. Right hand comes down. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale, walk or jump forward. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Utkatasana. My son used to love to say that. It's a fun word. Utkatasana, fierce pose. You draw your hands to your heart. Take a big inhale. Twist to your right, left elbow towards the outside of your right thigh. Pavrita Utkatasana. That's what I call this. Pavrita being twisting. So twisting chair. Long spine. Hands can stay together. You can open up if you like. And if you like a side crow, a variation of Bakasana, go for it. Grounded through your feet, long through your spine. Rinsing out. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. One more. Big inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Walk your feet apart. About hips width distance with your peace fingers. Hook your big toes. Palms face each other. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen and fold. Padangusthasana. So your Padangusta is your big toe, Padangusthasana. And here with your fingers, you catch hold of your big toes, Padangusthasana. And you can let your head drop. You're in a deep forward fold. If it doesn't work, more of a ragdoll or more of a flat back. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Release your toes. Walk your feet closer together to touch and come on up to stand. Rise up, reach high and lift. Garuda Asana, eagle. Right leg wraps up and over. Right arm wraps under. And if you're a little wobbly, that's okay. Right? Take your time. Garuda, eagle. Garuda Asana. Some teachers say Garudasana. Some teachers say Garuda Asana. It's just like potato, right? People say things in different ways. And I am by no means an expert in Sanskrit. So this is just what I've learned. You can sit a little bit lower. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. As you inhale, unwrap, release, reach all the way up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, Trini. Hands to your mat, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha. Right foot steps forward, Virabhadrasana, Eka. Virabhadrasana, Dwi. Reverse your Virabhadrasana. In your reverse, straighten your front leg so you're coming into your reverse triangle. A breath or two here, grounded through your feet. Now, triangle, Trikonasana. Before you come right into it, reach forward, reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. Now let your right hand land, and your left hand, your left arm can extend up to the sky. And it might work better. It might work better with your left hand on your hip or your left arm on your side body. Soften through your toes. Soften your shoulders. You can strengthen your breath, strengthen your body and your focus. But still allow for some softness here. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Trikonasana, tree. 3, kona, angle. Right? Trikonasana. And asana. Asana, most of us know, means pose, but it also means to take your seat. Press through your feet and rise to stand. Drop your hands, square your hips forward, step your back foot in halfway or a third of the way. Take your right foot a little to your right, setting up for a Parvrita Trikonasana. Reach your left hand high, right hand to your right hip. Reach up, reach forward. Now let your left hand land under your left shoulder. Tented fingers or a block is nice here. Or you can work with your left hand on your right ankle. I like to bring my right hand to my low back. So first find a quality of a flat back, a halfway lift here. Right hip back, left hip forward. Now take your right arm out to the right and twist to your right. Parvrita, twisting, Trikonasana, triangle. Parvrita, Trikonasana. And we just did Parvrita Utkatasana, right? Twisting chair. So here's another twist, lengthening, rinsing, most important, breathing. A big breath in and a long breath out. Take another big inhale. And as you exhale, right hand comes down, left foot steps up. Inhale, rise to stand. Utthita Tadasana, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Okay, that was a mouthful. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. And that was a sun salutation. Surya Namaskara A. Take another big breath in. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana. Sit down. Lift up. Grounded through your feet. Big bend in your knees. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a big inhale. Twist to your left. Parvrita Utkatasana. Lengthening through your spine. Whatever hand variation works here. Let all of this work for you. And if you're not interested in the Sanskrit, then don't worry about it. Be interested in what you can do right here, right now. What you are doing right here, right now. Hands can stay together. They can open up. You can come into a variation of Bakasana, your side crow. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take a big inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet apart, about hips width distance, and slide your hands under your feet. Fingertips towards your heels, palms up. Padang, no. Oh my gosh, total blank. Padang, got it, okay. Padang Yes, Padang. Okay, I had to think for a minute there, which is maybe not such a good thing to have to think in your yoga practice, but Padang. So your padas are your feet and your hastas are your hands. So you're putting your hastas under your padas, right? And it's Padang. And if you remember, and maybe you don't, because I couldn't, your big toes are your Padangustasana, right? So here we are in Padangustasana, our hastas under our padas. And we're going to let our head drop, take a big breath in, and a long breath out. Slide your hands out from under your feet. Walk your feet closer together to touch and rise to stand. Come all the way up. Reach up. Garuda Asana. Left leg comes up and over. Eagle pose. Left arm wraps under. Set your gaze. Ujjayi breath. Even if you're not practicing Ujjayi breath, for whatever reason, practice intentional breath, intentional focus. And Ujjayi, victorious, triumphant, not over anyone or anything, but just feeling that it is. It's a victory. It's a triumph to be right here, right now. Sit a little bit lower. Breathe for 3, 2, and release. Unwrap, reach all the way up, a big inhale, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, chaturanga, step or jump back. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, exhale, Adho Mukha. Left foot steps, Virabhadrasana. One, rise up, open out, warrior two. Reverse your warrior, and in your reverse, straighten your front leg, lengthen through both legs, reverse triangle, Trikonasana. Take your time here, come through center, reach forward, coming into your Trikonasana, your triangle. Left hand down, right arm can reach up or come to the right side body. Three kona angle, Trikonasana. And if you're learning the names of the poses in English or Sanskrit, or you're learning the poses, right? You're learning this practice. The poses are important, but so are the transitions. So paying attention to the poses, paying attention to the transitions, paying attention to what you're doing on your mat in this moment, so you can pay attention, give your attention to what you're doing when you're off your mat in any moment in your day and in your life. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And press through your feet, top arm pulls you up, drop your hands, step your back foot in halfway or third of the way, left foot a little to your left, setting up for Pavrita Trikonasana. Left hand to your left hip, right arm reaches up for the sky. Even out your hips here, reach up, really long spine. Now, starting to reach forward. So here's a transition. Don't rush into the pose. Take your time. Right hand can land under your right shoulder. Tented fingers are blocked, so you have a little bit of lift. I usually work with my right hand at my left ankle. Right now, still evening out your hips. So left hip back, right hip forward. Your torso is pretty much parallel to the ground. Right arm comes out to the right. Now start to make your way into your Pavrita Trikonasana. No rush, long legs, long spine. This is what gives you the room to twist. Setting it up in the transition, taking your time, being in your body right here, right now. Take a big inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down, right foot steps up, rise to stand. Come all the way up, lift high and reach, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, high push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, Urdhva Mukha, exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out. Bring your feet together and forward, extend your right leg up to the sky, bend your right knee for your down dog hip opener. And I don't know what the Sanskrit for this would be. You can flip your dog if you like. Take a breath. Right leg extends up. Now, half pigeon. Right knee comes forward to your right thumb. Left leg lengthens back behind you. You can adjust where you have your right foot. Take a big breath in and lengthen and fold forward. Letting your head rest. Letting your head be supported. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Let your shoulders soften. Let your face and your jaw soften. And now that we're here, I'm thinking, is this Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, or is this simply Ekapada Kapotasana? So Eka is one, right? Remember? Pada, your foot. Kapotasana, pigeon pose. So Eka, one, Pada, foot. Kapotasana, pigeon pose. One-footed, one-legged pigeon pose. I'm going to go with that. Ekapada Kapotasana. And asana. Asana means pose, but asana also means to take your seat. So you would take your seat in your asana before you meditate. And we're not seated in any of this flow. But in every pose and in every transition, in every moment, there's a quality of taking your seat, feeling where you are. Feeling this breath. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Now from here, come on up and we will come into Ekapada, Raja Kapotasana, King Pigeon Pose. I like to slide my foot a little closer to my hips. You can bring your right hand inside the right knee. Bend your left knee. And just mindful as you bend your left knee that you're not on your kneecap. Your left hand can reach back to begin to draw that left foot towards you. You can also, you might be able to, hook your left foot with your left elbow. That right arm comes up and around and back. Ekapada, Raja, King, Kapotasana, Pigeon Pose. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a long exhale. And like I said, I wouldn't call myself an expert on Sanskrit. And I don't know if I'm saying all of these right. And I'm sure that other people, other teachers, other practitioners have different names for the same poses. Other teachers, other practitioners have different ways of moving through the flow and moving through the poses. And I don't think, personally, that there's a right way or a wrong way. When you're on your mat, when you're off your mat, cultivating a quality of openness in our bodies and our hearts and our minds. So there's space for all of us. I can practice this way, you can practice in your way. Our practices can be different, our lives can be different, and yet we can share. We can share the practice, we can share life. Right? We have a commonality. And take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. We are all connected, and if this practice helps you to connect, then that's pretty amazing. I know it helps me to feel more connected on so many different levels. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Now start to come up, setting up your Ekapada Raja, Kapotasana. Left hand in front of the left knee. You might tuck your left foot a little closer to your hip. Some people like it a little more forward. Bending the right knee, right hand reaches back to catch the right foot. Drawing that foot in towards you. Mindful, you're drawing the foot in towards you, but you also want to lift up. That's why I like the left hand here. A little bit of lift. Core, belly in and up. You might be able to hook your right foot with your right hand and then take that left arm up and around and behind. And if you imagine, can visualize the pigeon with their chest all puffed up, right? That's what you're doing here. Puffing up, lifting your heart, filling up. A big inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Once more, back to your Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, step or jump your feet through your hands. Sit down and come on into Navasana. Boat pose, Navasana. Shoulders roll back. Lift your feet. Extend through your arms. Lift your heart. Breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower to a hover. Now, if I had been really fancy, I would have learned how to count to Sanskrit in 10, and I would have been able to count backwards. But I didn't. So here we are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. You don't have to be fancy. Just show up, right? Set your feet and come on up. You can come up for your bridge pose. You can come up for your wheel pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Urdhva, upward facing, right? Like Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog here. Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing. A big breath in and a long breath out. Upward facing bow, not boat, but bow. Breathe in and breathe out. And you can be in your wheel or in your bridge or any variation. Take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, come on down. Be in your body. Supta Baddha Konasana. Supta, reclining. Baddha, bound. Kona, angle. Right? Reclining, bound, angle pose. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And from here, we'll move right into Shavasana, which needs no explanation. You can stay here, you can add in a twist, take your legs up or extend your legs. And if anything, really use these last few minutes of your practice to get out of your head. Just feel everything that you've just done and allow yourself to enjoy this and integrate it. Take another big inhale and a long exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Just bring some gentle movement back to your body. And draw your knees to your chest. Roll to one side and make your way to seated. Bring your hands to your heart. You can set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Could you hear the rain in Shavasana? It is pouring here. Thanks for joining me. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. I hope you enjoyed this Friday Power Flow. I know I had fun practicing the Sanskrit. And Namaste. Right? Some teachers say it, some teachers don't. For me, it's an acknowledgement. We practiced together. We shared this time. Right? It's simply an acknowledgement. So thank you. I acknowledge you for joining me for practice today. If you liked it, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'll see you on your mat.